Welcome back again to the chat with Salvado and Daphine. Thank you very much for subscribing to our YouTube channel, which is Just Comedy UG, and watching us on Facebook, Patrick Salvado's page, or mine, Daphine.
Verified.
The verified
Why
with
do
the
you always forget that word?
blue
We are not
ticked one.
equals.
It's all right.
Wizkid, Davido, Salvador. We are very few pages are verified. We are essential workers.
All right. He has one. So today we decided to bring another amazing couple. This couple has, they dated for 4 months before they got married, and they got married and have a very beautiful baby now. But the topic today is about the difference. If we talk about me and Salvador, we dated for 10 years before he even thought of buying a ring. Then, finally he did. Finally he did. So we want to see what's the difference, what happens in these different scenarios, why people take long to get married and others.
Is there an agreed time? Is there like a defined time that people should date and get married?
So let's welcome Mr and Mrs Ayena.
You people from the West, you don't know how to pronounce our name.
Exactly.
Shame upon you.
Mr and Mrs Ayena. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I like how you are official. You are very official. You people from the North.
Otherwise
What is wrong with you? Can't you just be easy like me?
Salva, I'm from office. I came straight from office.
Oh, yeah. Essential worker.
Whatever.
So, thank you for coming, guys. So now we wanted you guys to tell us about what
your journey, because for us we were perplexed.
Yes.
We were perplexed. 1 minute you are sending Daphine a message. I've met the guy.
Another
4
minute.
months later,
God. I'm like, what?
we were like,
No.
I in my heart I was like, Northerners are sweet. Like, what made you decide after 4 months that I've met the one?
I think, can you explain it or should I say it out?
You say it on your part. You say it.
Okay. You know, actually, me deciding to get married to him.
Yeah.
Actually, it was he's a humble man. You know, such men like him. It's not all about blushing, or showing off. But a man like him, I was like, why? He deserves me, a person like me. No, marriage. Let's talk about marriage. Marriage, kati you're pregnant, kati family comes in. Now, you have to take, responsibility.
Yes.
And then, your family comes in and then tells you that you have to take the responsibility, you have to take our daughter. So, but as for me personally, I felt it was worth it.
But Brenna, let me ask you, if you talk about that, does it mean pregnancy was a big factor? It's one of the things that led you to get married?
Pregnancy, yes, it was a big factor. But I don't want to make it as a general factor. You get, because you find that there's some people that can get pregnant but does away with a man. But me, I really saw this is a man that cares, a man that loves me, a man that is willing to be there for me, despite of all situations or what comes in front of me.
So after 4 months, you were like,
it is a deal.
Me, the truth is, when I got pregnant with my firstborn, I was not ready to get married to you in a million years. It was not in, no, but also you, because, you see, me and him have been together for 10 years, but I got pregnant after 1 month.
3 weeks.
First
time that way.
You dated for how long?
3 weeks.
We knew each other.
You found out in the fourth week
No.
to make a month.
No, no.
I found out the news.
Listen,
I found out the news.
It's my story.
In a month.
It's my
That
story.
means
It's
around 1.5
Let me
weeks,
tell
2
you
weeks.
something.
I
Let me
had
tell you
hey.
We knew each other for 2 years. But when we started dating, I got pregnant in 1 month. Yes, it happened. But I'm thinking in my head right now, if you proposed during that time, I think I would have said no. I think.
First of all, even me, I would not propose. Don't make yourself you're making it look as if
No,
it was
I
about
felt, I don't know, I think for me, in our
You are not
our
ready.
case, we were not ready at all. I had just finished school, like, you know
That instant finishing of
yeah,
school.
like you
you're
feel
not
like
sure of the
you're not
guy.
sure of
We were
everything.
experimenting in a chikwata.
An experiment.
Northerners, we are fertile.
That's a fertility apart. You're the one.
But it somehow worked after 10 years of knowing each other and everything. But now, in your case, aren't you worried about finding out so many things you didn't learn in the 4 months? Like that fear that comes with-
Obviously, I won't deny it. That fear comes. Okay? But then, I also question my man indirectly when he doesn't know. You get it? It comes in, then I indirectly ask him. You get my point?
You indirectly, wait.
Indirectly, my friend.
I'm sure it's direct.
We have not yet heard this story.
Okay.
So it comes indirectly, and I ask him. Though sometimes he gets to know that
You want to find out something.
something, but nevertheless, he doesn't like keep quiet about it.
Talks about
He talks about it.
about it.
He brings it up. He tells me, oh, this and this and this. This is this.
This is not happening like this.
Yes, and I'm glad
That he does that.
Yeah, he does that, and he has that mature mind, which most men don't have it.
We are very few, especially Northerners. We are the ones who control this one. Wama, you tell us from your side of the story. Do you think 4 months was enough for you to decide to make up your mind? Or you were pressured by the pregnancy and then the family and then what for you as a man?
What happened?
How did you end up saying, this is it?
Well, from the time I met Brenda, within a month, I think I'd really made up my mind.
Wow.
That she was the right
Whoa.
woman for me.
Kudos. Men out there, decide very fast.
Very fast.
She's a very different kind of woman. Most girls in town at her age, you wouldn't find such characters in her. I would confess that I was actually struck. From her first salary, she took me to a restaurant and she paid 180,000 bill.
Hey, no, Mama, what were you eating? What were you eating? 180! Malakwani is actually Angara is 6K. What were you eating for 180,000?
But that says a lot about the wife.
It was a cuisine.
She took me to a very expensive restaurant. But for me, I used to take her to this.
Lamaro.
So from that moment, I said, but can you find this kind of a woman in Kampala? There are very few.
They always want.
Yeah, they always want to take from you. They don't give.
That's
And
very true.
she wouldn't ask for money from me. She's very considerate, and I made up my mind even before the pregnancy issue came in.
Wow.
Yeah.
I made up my mind that I would try my best
Yeah.
and take this lady.
You were not scared about what you discover after you got married, or you were like, I don't care what happens. What I've known, like they say, the first cut is the deepest.
Yes, I know all of us have our past.
Yes.
We have a dark past. I was not concerned about that. I was concerned about the future. What the future would bring.
These people need a kudos, really.
To me.
To both
For
of them.
us,
Hey, what happened?
there was a plan. And the plan involved time. because you said she took you to a restaurant, 180,000. The first time Daphine removed 20K. I had almost died. My car had almost broken up. But it was about the timing, because I was not ready for marriage. It was actually a big deal. If I had done it, I would have been the first person in my family to get married, yet I'm the second last born. So it was a big deal. Yeah. And the fact that she was very, very interested in education. You understand? I had my own experiences as a person dating. Like, she's the first person I dated for more than 3 weeks. The rest, after 3 weeks, I found out they are pregnant. So in my mind, I said, the next one I get. 3 weeks, if she's not pregnant. For me, then there's a problem. The other one, she told me she's pregnant, I was very excited. But I knew we were not yet ready for marriage, because in my heart, I believe in education. And what made me know that we were going to end up together was when we sat down. She was a person who was into the world. She loved going out. She loved acting. She loved so many things. Yeah. At that time, it's very hard to tell somebody, settle down, forget about all those things, and then concentrate on this. Concentrate on the plan that I have for you. But when we talked, she didn't give me a hard time. She said, I really, really want to go back to school. I was touched. I was like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure you complete your school. But that is a process. You understand? Marriage is also an institution of its own.
That's true.
So I didn't want to rush it. And I told her, the day you graduate is the day I'll propose to you. It didn't matter how long. And I kept my word. She did her diploma. I asked her, she said she's not satisfied. I want to do a degree. She did the degree on her graduation day. I was actually going to propose at camp at Makerere.
Weren't you scared when you were paying her school fees that you could probably lose her?
You see,
in the process, I was giving birth. So
I had my insurance. If you leave me after I've paid for that fees, at least you paid me with 2 children. I stay with my children. So I had my insurance. Hey, I could not let myself be blindfolded. But I had a plan. The children came as a blessing.
Right.
Yeah, they came as a blessing, because not that we didn't plan for them. I had the idea of having a family, but I didn't know it would be too soon, especially when we had just started dating our firstborn. Then the secondborn, I was like, after 2 years, I need another child. But the secondborn took even longer. But it came. So it was a blessing from the things we had accepted to do. So maybe that is why for us it took us time. And it gave us, from that period, it gave us an opportunity to meet our parents, to meet our relatives, to meet our friends, to meet our work. Not that we are okay. And I'm not saying after 10 years, everyone is happy for us.
Exactly.
Yeah. There are people out there who are not.
Who are not.
Sure.
Yeah. So that's why in my heart, I'm like, wow, 4 months. Don't you think there's too much pressure
from the
out
outside.
there? And do you let this pressure come to you?
Actually, when I see 4 months, obviously the pressure was even towards, like, when he had proposed.
Yeah.
Because also the proposal was like your kind of proposal that came in a surprise. So when he had proposed, then pressure started coming. All sorts of forces started coming from all different angles. But again, you as a person, what do you want? What do you want in the relationship? What do you want from your partner? You get. So when you look at that, you have, like, if you have your principles as a human being, then you get to know, okay, fine, I want this from this man, no matter what kind of force comes into you. Then you get to know that, okay, they have said whatsoever they have to say. They have said sorts of things, but I believe this is what I want. This is for my life. You look at your life, not depending on other people's lives. You get. So basically, this is what I looked at. And they even became once even towards the the traditional wedding.
Yes.
It became even worse.
The pressure is too much.
It becomes too much. Remember, you're organizing. Here, people,
pumping you with pressure,
it becomes
with negativity.
really, exactly. It really becomes too much. Me, I reached a point of even crying because it became so emotional. But there's that strong thing that once you know what you want, once you see what you want, then obviously you stay strong. You fight it all.
Wow.
And also, I think if the two of you are joined, like you understand each other, you speak the same language.
Yes.
Exactly.
I think it's easy for you to fight the negative energy out there.
Sure.
But if there's something about you that doesn't connect, probably you want to get married and she didn't want, that alone can affect how you think about the whole relationship and advice from friends and all that.
Was there any pressure from your side of the family?
Well, yes, there was pressure. There was pressure, even from my friends. Kept coming in and telling me, "Are you sure this is the right woman for you? Are you sure she's going to make a home for you? You don't just marry for the sake of marriage.
Yes.
Marry a woman who is going to make a home, a family. Do you think she will connect with your family?" I told them, "I know the person I'm going to marry, and I'm sure about what I'm doing." Always, me, I don't get taken by what other people are saying or what other people are doing. I do what I think is right for
your heart desires.
Yes. And I thought I made the right decision.
Wow.
She has not given me any big problem so far.
Any reason to doubt?
No, it's not.
I think our biggest problem is letting society dictate how we should.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I think the time doesn't matter.
And I would like to add on to that. You find that you find this couple. The mother was like, this and so, he comes from this kind of family, and then I think people can bond. You get my point. In the process, that arranged marriage. In the process, you find that this guy, just small, you find, character also matters. You get in marriage. Character also matters. You might find that what she does may not, it may actually piss you off.
Yes.
So badly. Then you might find that what he does, whether it's bad or good or what, I'm ready to what?
To accept.
To accept it. No matter what it is, I'm ready to bear with it. So most times people tend to take what society says. You get. But considering what you two go through, no matter how much 4 months looks like, to some people 4 months it's big.
Yes.
You get, and 4 months people get to understand each other within 4 months. We people are different. So you find that this one takes longer time to understand the partner.
Yeah.
You get, but most times it all matters about character, how you behave, how you take each other. No matter the time frame, it doesn't matter. But the most important thing is how long do you understand each other. It's not I won't say that you have met each other in a day. It has worked out. No, take some time, but a proper time.
Yes.
The period doesn't matter.
Yes, the period doesn't matter.
Actually,
but
one thing that we need to know is that you don't live with the society in your house.
Exactly.
You get married to the
One
two of you. And whatever challenges you face in your home, each and every home has a challenge.
Yes.
So you deal with your own challenges in your own way, in your own house. So once you allow the society to dictate your life, then you will not live together.
So we are talking this thing, all these are pleasantries, things that people have to hear, the things that people have to say to make themselves look good.
Exactly.
Let's get to reality. Going forward, is there a possibility that you're going to find out something each of you have been hiding from each other? Is there that thing that you've been hiding from him and he's hiding from you, that maybe when it comes out it's going to cause a problem?
Obviously.
And how are you going to react to it?
It comes up. It comes up. I won't deny it that obviously, you have met the person, people.
Everything is online.
it's not a perfect road. Like the way they say, marriage is not a perfect road. There are people yearn to get married, but it's not the perfect road. Obviously, you get to find out that, oh, he has this, he has that, you get. But you as a person, how do you take it?
Yeah.
How do you take it in? You find that some people have principle that, oh, if I find this in him, this is it, me and him, it's over.
I'm done.
You get. But again, if you look at the path you took into dating, into getting married, and then you see the man sincerely, though he has that dark part of him that you've just got to find out, even after marriage.
Yeah.
How do you
At
take
least
it?
the trend has been consistent.
Yes.
This is just something that just happened.
It just
came up.
happened. And you look at, okay, fine, it has happened. You analyze it. And you say, okay, fine, it happened, and this is the past. We should look at the present.
But there are some people that hide things. For example, you were with a guy even for 2 years, 3 years, and you later find out he's a night dancer. And
But which kind of men were you dating? The examples you give, me, I'm worried.
you find out he's a night dancer. I want you after 3 years.
What did you do?
My God.
She took off.
Examples, eh?
But even after 20 years,
Yes.
you still find new things
New
coming from your spouse. New things that you've never seen before in the last 20 years. And you start wondering, what has happened?
Yeah.
Why is this coming up at this time?
Yeah.
So we should always expect negative things to be coming
Yeah.
out. But how do you respond? How do you deal with
it?
those
Let me
issues?
ask you a question. Do you have siblings?
Yes, I do.
Which number are you?
We are 7.
And you?
Oh, I'm number 4.
You're number 4.
Yeah.
Is there a scenario or a case in probably someone else's relationship where family or siblings dictate the time you get married? Like, for example, you are number 7 out of 8. And
Second last vote. Yeah.
no, you really had to blush. He's number 7 out of 8 children. But you look at your siblings and you're like, I'll wait for my brother to get married before I get married. Like that kind of scenario. Or you look at, probably they've all gotten married and had failed relationships and you fear. Or they have not gotten married, so you're like, I can't be the first since I'm number 4. I can't be the first before number 1, 2, and 3. Is there a scenario where that would come into your mind?
I would think that it depends on how ready you are.
Yeah.
For example, me, I was ready by the time I met her. I was ready to get married. And when I met her, she told me she was equally ready. Though her parents were pressuring her to go back for masters.
Yes.
But she told me she didn't want to go for masters immediately. She wanted to first get married, settle, then she would pursue her masters. I would think that even with siblings, if you have siblings who have not yet gotten married and you're probably behind them, it just depends on whether you're ready to get married. Because you might find some of your siblings are lousy, or they're still playing around.
Yes.
And are you going to wait for them until they make up their minds to get married before you think of getting married? No. Once you're ready, you just pursue your dreams and get married. Get the woman of your dream or the man of your dream, and you move forward.
Wow.
So people out there who think that I can't get married because my brother, my sister, my elder brother and sister has not yet gotten married. You can't.
Probably
Actually,
you become a trendsetter for them.
what
Yes,
I
actually,
think-
however young you are.
Yes.
Actually,
in the
what I
family.
think, people should set principles
For themselves.
for themselves, not look at others. Because, these things of looking at others, most time it has caused problems into marriages. Oh, because so-and-so has got married, I think I should also get married.
Yeah.
You get, most of the time you find that you've fallen into a serious ditch that you can't get out from. So, the main thing is that set principles. At this time, or at this age, I think I should be having this. Actually, that's how most successful people have been. And that's how most successful marriages are. Though our parents, you know, some of our parents, I won't deny it, in their era,
Yes.
I won't put it in this era. In their era, you find they bring a husband, or she has to abide with the husband because of culture. But in this .com era, how will you bring in? Okay, culture matters.
Yes.
You get. But again, things have turned the other way around. You get. In that you have to set your principles, know what you want, and then follow it.
So this is like coming from you. There's no chance that an external factor, now that you are married, there's no chance that an external factor can come and dissettle you.
Well, I've made a decision that I will fight whatever negative forces come into my marriage, and I will defend my marriage always. So I'm always ready. I know those forces are coming. They keep coming. Family issues, but my family, I've already told them that I need a break. I've told my mom that I don't want my siblings to be coming to my home and say, I want to stay for a month. Or no. If you're coming for a specific issue, come and we sort it out, then you go back. Yes. It's a matter of coming to live in my home and you have no idea when you're going to leave. No, it's not.
And you're there poking your nose in
that's actually
then you report.
That's the beginning of problems in marriages. Once you allow siblings to come, they would want always to be favored, to get favors from you. So they will start reporting your wife that, you see, now your wife is, she's not treating us well. So that's the beginning of the problem. So I've already told my family, no. If somebody is coming to visit, it's okay. But come with a reason. With a reason, and when you
sort it out,
and you go back.
Wow, I think that's a very important.
But still talking about the external factors, the fact that you people dated for a short time, don't you think also exes can be a problem?
Like exes.
Yes.
Yes,
I'm sure both of you dated.
Yes,
previously.
yes. Actually, for exes, they can. They can be a problem. I won't deny it. But you, as a person, what do you want? You get. Like, let me say an example. Your ex has come. So what? What have you come to do? I thought you ended this. You get. I thought you don't need me anymore in my life. I have moved on. I've found the perfect man for me.
Yes.
Then why is it that I have to stop consider
beautifying
this whole process?
You're beautifying this whole process.
I need to find out.
Not be too perfect.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on, Brenda, hold on.
Yes,
If you have found the perfect man in your life, why does an ex become a problem?
Obviously, it's not a problem to me. But if he has tried to create a path to my relationship or something, or he's trying to remind me, oh, remember those times, or remember those days, mind you. So what?
How will you manage it?
Obviously, the only way I can manage it is that I had to create a block. Okay, fine.
How will you manage
how?
it? Creating a blog is
Okay.
one thing. How will you manage?
I think the worst part, let me tell you, the worst part is if this ex you've been dating for 4 years, 5 years.
Yes.
So there's too much
Info, data
is too much
DNA, that has been exchanged, stories, information.
He knows a lot about you even more than your husband. And also the ex-girlfriend knows a lot about you more than your wife. So there must be.
There will always be that cow export.
Obviously.
Hey,
One thing that you should know is that don't let your ex get access to you. Obviously.
How?
First, if you have your ex's number, why should you have your ex's number?
For memory.
For what?
No, but
Which memory?
even if you delete your ex's number, doesn't mean he has deleted yours.
Okay, fine. If he has deleted mine, then I find ways of how to block him. First, blocking him.
Blocking him means you have something.
What?
To worry
You are
about.
running away from something. Why don't you just let him be?
Yeah.
Like, let him be when he's trying to get way.
Listen, I'm going to give you advice. For free. I usually charge for this advice.
Give me free.
Your man is a typical disciplinarian. Ex comes. Follow suit. Organize. Says, it's been a while. Some checking. You're like, yeah, life is good. I'm having a good time. I'm married. Can we go for coffee? You say yes. Let's go for coffee. And you call Mr. Man. You go for coffee together.
And you say, Habi,
And
come
you're
on, we
like,
go together.
we were invited for coffee. Because two has become a woman. You go for coffee together.
It's so cold.
Then for him, he will speak his language.
Really?
The other man, I swear.
And then
You
when
don't do
you
it
sit
again.
on the table, coffee table,
Yes.
what are you going to discuss? What will you discuss?
The man will look at you. You look at him and say, so, yeah, So it's been a while. So what's up? Trust me, diarrhea. Diarrhea. Have you ever gotten diarrhea for free? Hey!
But let's be realistic. All these things you're saying here are just
Exactly.
drama and
It's
movies
drama.
and what?
Exactly.
Let us go back to the real
The
real life.
You've had this ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend. This person you've been dating before you're married, and you are too attached,
Yes.
even more than your relationship
Yes.
at the moment.
Yes.
And probably they come back, they take something or something you used to do together, some memory of sorts that
Obviously, comes.
a feeling
Comes in.
comes that in this. Are you really going to tell your wife?
That.
Would you?
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, here's the thing. You may not tell her that, hey, the person has come into my life, blah, 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 blah. But by the time you've let yourself reach the point of feeling coming, that means your marriage is not rock solid.
Exactly.
That means you're not in the right place.
No.
By the time you let somebody from out get to your
But give it
For
a
you to start
scenario.
having feelings.
Give it a scenario. Not us, but give it a scenario that you're married to like this woman. This woman has feelings, like she's jealous. You get, and then you start telling her, oh, so and so, my ex
Used to do this.
has invited us for coffee. Do you think she will take it?
You see, the example I gave was you trying to stop him
Exactly.
from ever reaching out to you.
Yes.
You understand? If I was you, I would tell my husband, listen, my ex is on my case. I think the best thing for him to get off is to realize how serious we are.
Yes,
That's
for
why
men.
he has invited me for
For
coffee.
men.
I want us to go together.
Yes.
It's the same thing I'll tell my wife.
No,
Listen,
for men, they would take it.
Yeah.
A man is a person who would like, okay, it's okay. Because men easily resolve drama and issues.
Yes.
But for a woman-
But give it a scenario of a woman.
Now, here's the thing. If I take her and then we meet my ex and they start fighting, I'll feel very important. Two women are fighting for me. Do you know how important that is? The thing is, I will support you.
But
Leo bakuba. Leo baku. Ateto swaza. Don't let them beat you. I will
The
support
funny
you.
thing, me, I won't beat the woman. I'll beat you. I can't beat the woman because there's no
I am
one.
going through domestic violence.
No, babe, listen. The woman has no fault. She was also,
Hey!
she was also neglected. You also gave her
Hey!
the energy.
The energy too.
to think she can fight you.
By the time you invited
there
her to that coffee, means she has some importance in your life.
Yes.
Me, I have a way of dealing with that. You totally ignore the person.
Okay.
The person sends you messages, suggestive messages on, say, WhatsApp, on Facebook, whatever. You just ignore. You don't answer. The person will, with time, will just give up. That's what I keep telling ladies. If a guy is chasing you, just ignore the guy. He will chase you, and he will just give up. You will know that this woman does not even have any feelings for me.
Actually, men, we don't take that long.
Yeah.
After a few messages, you start abusing you. You don't think you are beautiful. Who do you think you are?
You think you're the only woman
You
in
think
this
you're the
world.
only woman in this one?
But once you keep on responding,
Yes.
the person will feel that, this
oh.
person has time for me.
Exactly.
So they will keep on pushing, thinking they can easily penetrate through your relationship. And once you give that chance, they will come and destroy your marriage.
Okay, but what? Not everything is a bed of roses. What has been the challenges in your whole decision making? The challenge, the biggest challenge, even now, is there any challenges you're going through?
Obviously, I'll talk about though some challenges won't keep on missing, like, okay, character, he was showing this kind of thing. Now, all of a sudden, he's showing the true characters. Then challenges come in that, how can I abide with this new thing or
New normal.
new normal that I'm seeing? You get, then he was taking you to be, oh, you're my sweetheart, oh, you're my darling, he was praising you.
Yeah.
But
Then he
again,
stops.
then he stops all of a sudden. Then he shows you, me, I have time for this. You know, man, football.
Me, I post
Football.
Yeah, I post this just a week ago.
Football.
I talked about
football is a problem.
Jesus answered your prayers by
Let me tell you
bringing
something.
corona.
Let me tell you something.
You had 4 months of
I talked
telenovela,
about
of Casanova, of everything. We did not interrupt you. Please let us ignore the topic of football.
Recently, I even posted about it. I was like, listen, officially, football is my co-wife. I accepted.
But I don't have a sexual
football.
relationship with football.
How would I know? The love you show football.
Because you are never there when I am alone with my
to be
football.
sincere, the love you show football.
It's-
You even make us feel jealous.
Imagine
and it
you
is-
found out why we love football
And it's
and you did what?
What football does.
The problem with you when you see us watching football, Arsenal. you
Let
go.
me tell you, and it's worse when your husband is supporting us. Because the heart breaks there. You're supposed to keep on mending them. After you made the heart, this ex-wife, we have mended hearts. They lose and lose every
What
day.
was this topic about? How have we reached Arsenal?
Okay, I'm sorry.
We're talking about challenges we face.
No, that's not a challenge. Let's skip. Go to another one.
Yes,
Let's go to domestic violence.
One
It's
more.
more serious. Things of Arsenal.
I have suffered. Mama, continue.
Then you find ways. Now, that football thing, now will stay on it, Paka. So, you find that football thing, you're like, okay, how? Then, at some point, he realizes that I don't like it at all. Like, you're so much on football, you don't also give me some time, your concentration. I'm telling you, he can stay on football until 3 in the morning.
But you know, it can happen to you on the other end.
Yes, I don't.
He can be a football fan and you're like a movie freak or something and you don't even realize it. And you're also stuck on the movie and you don't give him time. For him, he'll keep quiet because
Exactly.
It's normal. Like that's what we are
Yes,
supposed to do. Why can't you also let us do what we are supposed to do? Like
So
let
it
us
can be
understand each
two-sided.
other. Let's meet ourselves
Yes,
halfway.
this is where I'm going to. Then you realize, most of the times when you realize, okay, we have a television set to watch. He dictates, me, I'm watching football. Me, I'm not a fan of football. Then you're like, then either way, because he's a guy, a man.
You give him the respect.
I know. He improvises.
Okay.
He improvises.
and we'll sit on the phone.
He sits on the phone and watches it there.
And lets you watch on the TV.
Yes. But nevertheless,
Self.
sometimes, no, listen, sometimes,
Football is just 90 minutes.
sometimes I decide to sit with him and watch with him. Then we enjoy. It's just,
It's a lie.
But-
You can even see you are lying.
it's not a lie.
She does, but she
Yes.
does like complaining.
Eh.
But no, this
You
football.
see, she's not enjoying. Let me tell you one thing about these Bachotara women of ours. When they lie, they become red. So, you should learn this, my brother. For you, go back. Me, 10 years, I know. When she's purple. Problem. Wow, this has been a very, very interesting conversation. I am very, very happy. I am so glad that you could open up like this. You see, there are people out there who are going through so many things, but they are afraid to talk about it because of what society has said. And one message I have gotten from your story is you never let society dictate. And I think that is a very, very important message. Society.
Me, I believe for everyone who is out there, time or whatever time it takes, it may be 20 years, it may be 10 years or 4 months or 1 month, as long as you feel you've met your soulmate,
Yeah.
I think it's ready for you. It's time for you.
Yes.
You're ready to
Not ready
to get
When
married.
you are ready. Yeah.
When you feel you're ready.
But not for everyone.
don't
Black has a
Mama, she can also be ready. Who is she? She may meet a man and the man
Yes.
takes her off her
Yes,
feet.
exactly.
They can
She
take her
can.
off her feet. But what I'm saying is, I think
She can really.
miracles do happen.
Miracles do
Me, I believe in
happen.
God. Miracles
Exactly.
do happen.
After that, lady really
Amen.
prays.
Amen.
She prays. Listen to this.
We shall
Yes, she prays.
Anyway, thank you very much, guys, for listening to us. Thank you for all your comments. We shall be replying each. We appreciate them. We shall be replying each and every one of them. Some of them that really, are part of this topic.
Yes.
And
So many people really want to be part of this show,
Yes.
not for swag, not because it's the best show, but because we tend to balance the boat. We are balancing the boat. That's why most of our times when we have guests, they are couples, people who there's not going to be one-sided story. So that one week we
side
bring one
looks-
side, the other week we bring. No, ours here we want to discuss issues as they are. We want to talk about the things that are going to make us better people. Why is it that marriages are failing of late? These are the things we need to talk about, the things we need to do, the things we need to say. They are no longer taboos. You know those days a woman could not say certain things about the bedroom affairs, about society, but now you are free. There's equality, we can talk about anything. So this show is an edutainment. It's not a judgment show. It's not an advice show. We are here to discuss.
we are not judge, jury and execution.
Executioner.
We are just here to discuss what we have gone through in our own lives,
Yes.
and probably it will help someone out there.
Yeah.
Probably someone who's silent, who cannot speak up, who has same issues. And if you feel like you're out there and you can't comment
Yeah.
on our pages, you can still inbox. We shall get to you. We shall reply you somehow. If you want it to be private, because there are some people who don't want, probably they have followers who will,
No, again, society.
So we shall still reply you and find a solution somehow, something that will help you. But thank you very much for listening to us. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the love. Thank you for everything. And please keep on subscribing to our YouTube channel, which is Just Comedy UG.
Yeah.
And our Facebook pages, Patrick Salvado, the verified one with a voting.
And from
Hey!
Okolo.
Oh, by the way, still, me, I'll be telling you congratulations every week
Yeah.
for the new job. These days.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
It's
Mama,
not
let's you tell you a
It's
sneak
not
peek.
every day that people get jobs in COVID period.
Let me
Yeah.
tell you guys a secret. Those who know Patrick, can you believe he wakes up at 4 a.m.? 4 a.m. and he is right on time. But I'm very, very, very thankful that.
She wakes me up in a very special way.
Okay, I want to thank Kajofa Hotel for this amazing setup. And Kajofa Hotel is in Chimbeja, Chaliwachala, Lugongo Road, plot 15. Thank you, our DOP, Shadrach, and
Shadi.
Bosichi, Malali, Palamel,
Producer.
plus our
Welfare manager. Yeah.
give us special thanks.
Welfare manager who has had her hair for 3 months. 3
And,
months.
thank
No
you very much,
change.
everyone. We want to thank our guests for coming. They're amazing. They were really, really amazing. Thank you for giving us an insight into your relationship and
Now you're
advice.
damaged. Overdo fat.
Nyota.
It's alright.
And advice on how to handle certain things. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much, Patrick, for blushing.
You know?
This is the chat with Salvador and Daphine. See you next week. Peace.
Peace.